This is the Advanced Photo Extraction Process, APEP, developed by two optical physicists, Ron Stewart and Ron Nisbeck. What you're looking at is one of the two gigantic craft that Buzz Aldrin told Mission Control in NASA about. He said these babies are enormous and they are menacing looking and they are observing us. When the Apollo 11 landed, they saw this gigantic thing. They were only a mile away from where they landed on the moon. Ron Stewart used algorithm to enhance images. An example is in a photo you can see they put a pinhead a mile away, took a picture of it. They enhance it to a point where you can see around the contours of the pinhead in details, a mile away, just to give you an idea how incredible they have developed this image processing. When they look at the Apollo 11 landing site, they taken by the command module going over the moon while they were landed. And this is an enhancement of the area of the Apollo 11 where it landed. Now check this out. This is what he's describing in the picture. This thing right here is a reptile head of a pterodactyl, one of those flying birds. And you can see that it has, he described it perfectly. This is the mouth or the snout. It's a monolith. It's like a computer. He's not sure if it's just a symbol that they place on their craft to identify the race. And check this out. This is he thinks that is some type of computer navigational system thing. But now I'm gonna show you what he say that these are the entities that occupy the craft. This is one of them right here. Now the incredible thing is that these entities look like the ones on the Turkish UFO recorded by a guard, a police guard that was there and recorded at 5:20 in the morning. Then the next day the same thing is a half-pie looking object. But I think that these objects, whatever, they protruding through the sky structure, and what you see the half-pie is really like they protruding from it, from the sky structure. I'm gonna show you why I think that. These are the three other occupants that were there on that craft, that huge ass craft. This one right here, this one right here, they got some kind of suit on them. And this one right here. I mean, they don't look like your typical gray, and they might be reptilian look. He said that he found in one of the, next to one of the Apollo landing sites, he found a whole structure that has 5 levels down, and each level has symbols, and each level has different colors, and they were all energized. And next to the thing, the hole, he said it was an entrance, really, not a hole, but an entrance. And there was a cylindrical object parked on the surface right next to that entrance. And he has posted several images that he has done, and you cannot believe the detail that, oh my God, there's so much material that people just doesn't know. The problem with UFO investigators is the lack of information. And another thing is that they don't compare images with other images from other investigators and other sources, from orbiters, I mean, there's so much material. It's just you have to have memory, man. Remember what you saw somewhere else and start, putting it together. He says right there, you can read, that's the craft. And just did an enlargement using the zoomer tool. That's one of the craft, but all the craft look like golden shotguns with a scope. So here is the enhancement of the image. I took the golden color off. See, that's the pterodactyl looking monolith. He said that he has seen that in other craft similar to this one. I found one craft that was coming out of the sun in a Soho image that looked exactly like this one. And I posted the side-by-side comparison. And look, you can see the entity right there. There's 2 of them right there, side by side, 2 of the crew. And he thinks that this one is a female. It looks like it has breast right here. You can see the breast. I mean, they are strange looking suckers. See, you can see right there that she is a female with the arms up. These are the arms. It's doing something, but she has breast. And he thinks these are reptilian entities. One type of reptilian type entities. See, look when I take the drawing off. See why I think those are breasts? You see that? Well, remember that this picture is miles away from the Apollo 11. So it's showing that's an enhancement of the dinosaur-like pterosaur or pterodactyl. And look, that's an enhancement of it. See the jagged teeth and that's the symbol they use to identify the type of race, so they won't fire upon them. And this thing was parked on a base that is like a mile from where they landed. like I said, there's, look, you can see details of the mechanical deal that's part of that monolith sculpture of a pterosaur. He wrote it right there. This is available in Exopolitics and bibliotecas.pleiades.net. That site is so large. I haven't been able to go through half of it. Half of the information that is there is that large. And I've been digging for years, 17 years now. And look, that's a picture of those crew, the two crews on the side. Look, that's them right there. Well, that's only a mother can love that baby. That face, only a mother can love it, because they look ugly as shit. And maybe we look ugly as homemade shit to them. It's the perspective of their perspective. We might look ugly, and for us they look diabolic and terrible, whatever. And see, the lack of information is what's hurting, and the exchange of information and dialogue and ideas is what's hurting the UFO community. We are all divided, and the problem is that people and their egos, I'm not gonna give you you cannot use my images because I'm not gonna get credit, or you're gonna make money off of it. And wow, my God, we don't cooperate among each other. We're just reflecting what divides humanity in this planet. Everybody pulling to his own side instead of all of us pulling the same direction. And like the thing says, divide and conquer. That's true. We are all divided, and we will never, be able to find the truth that way. So disclosure is not going to come from no government. NASA is not going to disclose anything because they hold on to information, and information is power. NASA is a military front to grab funds from the taxpayers. So we're maintaining them. We're not getting anything from them except blur images and bunch of bullshit. Lies, a whole bunch of lies, because that's what they do. They don't tell us the truth. And that is he thinks that's the high rank or the pilot, or that's the high rank because he look different and he has a different suit on. This entity right here, that's his picture. On enlargement of what, just think about, for him to be able to get, those are the entity, the two crew. For him to be able to enlarge the image to a point where he can see the crew and what the craft look like inside. Well, that's a heck of a, there they are, all of them. But the one I just pointed out that looked a female because the breast, he didn't see that. So we're subject to see, that's the one on one part of the cockpit, right there. This. Well, this is a better, a more refined view of the entities. Now let me show you the ones from the Turkey UFO.